Big news coming out of the NFL, Rob Parker, concerning Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, not huge news.
I was going to say, did he sign?
Yet.
That's
well,
news.
But the offer, apparently, according to Ed Werder of ESPN, he has reported today that the Cowboys have offered Ezekiel Elliott a contract that would make him the second highest paid running back in the NFL. So logically, you figure it's somewhere in between Le'Veon Bell's deal, which is $13.1 million per, and Todd Gurley's deal, which is the highest paid, $14.4 million per year. So the one question I throw out to you, Mr. Parker, if you're Zeke, do you sign right now?
Absolutely not. I'm holding out for the highest paid contract. That's what I want. That's where the Cowboys are. I have them over a barrel. Jerry Jones is trying to win. They need me more than they need Dak. I'm going for all of it. If they can come that close, they can go over it. Dallas Cowboys have plenty of money.
Well, I am with you in that I would not sign right now if I'm Zeke. Because I feel like if I'm him, I can get that contract anytime I want it. I don't think they're going down. So, like I've said, and Jerry Jones
not the first
actually,
offer too, right?
Well, there was didn't he say, Jerry Jones said a few weeks ago that they've made all three of those offensive players, Dak, Amari Cooper, and Zeke, offers that would have all of them in the top 5. So maybe this is a bump.
Though.
Yeah, maybe this is a bump from maybe was 4th highest paid in the league in their latest offer. Who knows? But right now, reportedly, they've offered him the second most money. Here's what I do. I've been saying if I'm Jerry Jones, I'm willing to start the season without Zeke unless he comes in and takes the offer we want to give him. And he has said himself, Jerry Jones, that the leverage, once the regular season begins, it's swinging one way or the other. It's going to either swing toward Zeke or it's going to swing toward the Cowboys. If I'm in Zeke's shoes, I can wait and play that game as well. And if they start the season, say they lose to the Giants, or say they beat the Giants in a close game, but they get no production from the running game, or say they start 1-1 and the running game isn't looking good and they clearly need me, then I'm waiting and I'm figuring, all right, like I said, I want to be the highest paid running back in the league. Give me my money. And
that's
the Cowboys, I think, would acquiesce.
Right. That's what he asked for.
If the running game looks good, say they start 1-0, they destroy the Giants, Pollard runs for 100 yards or something like that. They win the second week, Pollard looks good again, or Alfred Morris or whoever. If I'm Zeke, I still think that second highest paid player or running back in the league offer is on the table. So I come and I take that then. Because the fact is, no matter how good these guys look early on, the running backs, they know, the Cowboys understand, they need Ezekiel Elliott to have a strong playoff run and hopefully for them, a Super Bowl run. So if I'm Zeke, I'm just waiting patiently, just like Jerry Jones may be waiting patiently, and let's see what happens at the start of the regular season.
Yeah, I just think in his situation, given what we all know about the CBA, running backs, his worth, how good the team is with him, he's in a special situation. You could say he's replaceable and act like he doesn't matter. I think you would be doing the Cowboys, their fans, a disservice in setting them up not to have their best team when the season opens. Let's not forget, the Eagles are healthy and have a tremendous roster. Most people are picking the Eagles to win the NFC East and have a shot at the Super Bowl. That's how loaded their roster is. You don't want to come in and be the Cowboys and be shorthanded and not have your best player, who I think is their best player. So that's what you're looking at. And I think that's why Zeke is in a great position. He knows Jerry wants to win. He knows the Eagles are, on paper, a better team, definitely, and especially without him. and he also knows that
I don't think he thinks
worth.
they're a better team. The Eagles are a better team on paper.
Oh, I do.
Than the Cowboys. Zeke thinks that?
Oh, yeah. He know.
Why?
And he might not say it
Why would he think that?
Because that team's already, a lot of those players have won a Super Bowl and have that experience with them. Going back with a quarterback who was on the verge of winning before he was injured.
You mean the one that was 5-6 last year?
The one who was on the verge of winning a MVP.
That's history, baby.
I'm talking about
years
all
ago.
right, well, you go and look at all the rankings of the Eagles and Cowboys, and most people have the Eagles
but
ahead
I'm
of the
saying
Cowboys.
Zeke. I don't think Zeke is looking at it like the Eagles are better than us on paper.
He is, especially without him on the team. I do believe that.
I don't think
you think he thinks the Eagles are not better than them if he's not on the Cowboys.
I don't. I think certainly with him on the Cowboys, he thinks the Cowboys are better on paper.
I'm talking about with him off the team.
He probably thinks. I mean, I agree with you. He's certainly their best offensive player. And he probably feels like they need me to be to go as far as they can to probably beat the Eagles. But initially, you had said he thinks the Eagles have a better roster.
I'm talking
and then
about.
You said especially without him.
Especially,
I thought you meant both ways.
No, I do mean both ways. I think
so
most people.
I don't think he thinks that. I think he thinks we're better than the Eagles if I'm there. But where I'm with you is that I would be saying the same thing as you if the schedule was harsher at the beginning. Like, say they opened with the Eagles. I would not be advocating or believing that Jerry Jones was going to take this tact and, wait till the first or second game of the season is played.
Well, because it could be a big loss.
That would be a huge loss. And you're
inside the division,
right? Yeah, you want to go into that game, at full bore, or even if it was another, some other good teams, maybe even a Carolina, who I know was down last year, but I think they're gonna have a good year, or the Rams. If it was a playoff contending team or a team Super Bowl contending team, but because they open with the Giants, whose defense is young, who are half their receiving core is gonna be out the first game. And you got Eli Manning, who obviously has been on the downside. Then you got Washington, which, they got some talent, but young. Nobody expects much from them, who's going to be their quarterback. And then Miami, which is expected to be one of the worst teams in the league. So looking at the way they open, I believe if I'm the Cowboys and I think we're a legit Super Bowl contender with Zeke, I also feel like we can beat those teams even without Zeke. And I'm willing to take that bet or that risk, certainly in the first game of the season.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I just look at the Cowboys as a team that they think they have everything in place, and they're looking to finally make that Super Bowl run that they haven't been able to. And it just seems like Jerry's rolling the dice here, and it could wind up costing him. It'll be interesting to see as you get closer. When the games really matter and count, then we'll see what happens with Jerry and if he decides that he wants to play hardball. I just wouldn't play hardball if I really believe that team has a chance to win, and all he wants to do is win one more time. I believe that Jerry Jones, more than anything, even more than getting into the Hall of Fame, he just wants to be able to win. Because I think the worst part for Jerry Jones would be that he never won again after him and Jimmy Johnson split, basically. And I know Barry Switzer won the next year with Jimmy's team, but basically that it wound up being Jerry running a mom and pop store, and they won 2 or 3 playoff games over 25 years. I think that says more about Jerry Jones than the 3 out of 4 championships when he first took over the team.
Well, I think that's why he's trying to keep these guys together. And that's why he's trying. I mean, you saw they signed Jalen Smith. They're trying to keep Byron Jones. So I think all of that, I think you're right. He's learned from that, and he's motivated by those years of missing the playoffs. And now that he's got a team that has won a playoff game, has gone, fairly deep in the playoffs, certainly for them over the last 20 years.
Yeah, to go to the second round was huge, right?
Right, for them it was big. I think he is trying to keep all these guys together. And look, it's negotiating, so obviously, he may be saying these things for the media, but he looks like he's playing hardball with the things that he has said. He looks like he's going to play hardball. I feel stronger about my prediction that he's going to let this go into the first or second week of the season now, just based on the things he said recently.
Jump in with Richard in California. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Richard?
Hey, you guys, love the show.
Thank you.
Okay, there is a huge elephant in the room here that I'm surprised Jerry hasn't learned by now to face the facts. He's not going to the Super Bowl. Not with this team.
Period?
He's got to get.
Even with Zeke.
That's right. With Zeke, he's not going to get to the Super Bowl. He's got to get past the Rams. He's got to get past the Eagles. And I don't know who else in their division. But they are not going to get past those two teams. They're good, but I don't think they're that good.
I think the NFL, as we've learned, look, other than the Patriots, man, it's year to year.
No, I think that the Cowboys are in the mix, but I don't expect them to be in the Super Bowl. I really don't. I'm with the caller, Richard. But I will say this. Jerry has a better chance than he has had for most of the last 25 years. So that's why this is important to him and why he can't blow this, Chris. Do you know what I'm saying?
I hear you. And I'm with you. I would not pick the Cowboys to come out of the NFC. Right. I'm not picking them to get to the Super Bowl, but I do think they have a chance. Nobody thought Philadelphia was going to get to the Super Bowl, especially once Carson Wentz went down.
No doubt.
So I think it's open. Look at Carolina. One year they're great. The next year they're horrible. So I think in the NFL they're talented. They're one of the more talented teams in the league, and they do have a shot.
And in the NFC, you got the Bears with that great defense. The Bears are
I think they can play with the Bears.
Right? The Bears, you got Aaron Rodgers coming back. He's always in. If he's healthy, Chris, they're always in the mix.
I agree.
So there's a couple of teams. New Orleans has a chip on its shoulder from what happened. They got something to prove. They felt like they got jobbed out of the Super Bowl 2 years in a row, Chris, if you really want to think about it.
Yep.
With the Vikings
Minnesota,
win. Even though,
they were there a couple years ago. They want to get back. So it's going to be tough, but I think the Dallas Cowboys are one of those teams in the hunt.
I say that too. I think they're in the mix. What about Michael in Denver? Michael in Denver, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Michael?
What's up, fellas? I appreciate you guys taking my call today.
Hey, Michael, real quick, my next tour stop is Denver tomorrow.
Okay.
You got a wing spot that I need to make sure I stop by when I'm in Denver?
I only work in Denver. I actually live in Boulder. So,
okay.
I mean, I'm not too familiar with the spot.
No sweat. If
Denver.
Anybody later on calls the show from Denver, give me a wing spot to eat at. Okay, go ahead.
I would definitely try to go to a Rockies game, though.
No, they're out of town. Awesome. They're out of town.
Well, the point that I make, I agree that it's tough coming out.
Oh, we're losing.
We lost him? That sucks.
He must be on the cell.
Oh, that's bad. All right, Vince in Chicago. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Vince?
What's up, CB? What's up, Big Rob?
What's happening, man?
Love the show, guys. First, before I get to my point, Rob, you in my hometown, man. I got to know, is Big Rob going to make it lighted up in Chi-Town tonight like he did ATL?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Tonight, man, we're going to figure out as soon as the show is over, I'm hanging out for some cocktails, adult beverages, and then we'll see what the night has for us.
Vince, he can only do that once every 7 months, so don't get your hopes up.
Enough for ATL. All right, guys, for me it's real simple. Zeke should take this offer based on guarantees. I don't know the whole detail around how much total guarantees there was, but that's the only number that I care about. I don't care about the second most paid. Gurley got $45 million. Le'Veon Bell got $27 million guaranteed. If Zeke gets as much guaranteed as Todd Gurley, then he should take this offer. That's it.
This is what, look, I agree with you
Vince,
on the
I'm
guaranteed money is the key.
It's about the guaranteed money. I don't care about the other stuff.
Right. I agree with you on that. However, I think that offer, whatever this offer is, I think it's going to be on the table. Like, it's staying on the table. I don't think Dallas is coming down. Okay, so
no, I agree with you.
That's why if I'm him, I can only, by waiting, seeing how they look in the first game or two,
Making
I really
Jerry
can only
sweat.
benefit. Right. If they struggle, then I'm going to get more than this. And if they play well, I feel like I can still get this deal. That's why I wouldn't take
They
it right
can't
now.
pull it and make it less. I don't because
see
then you would have a player who's in a, you know what I mean, has a certain feeling for the team and the organization. So I agree with you, Chris.
And as you said, Rob, no matter how good they look in the first two games, I mean, to get where they want to get to, they need Zeke.
No doubt about it. Sean in Sacramento, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Sean?
What's up with you, Big Rob? What's up, Chris, man? How y'all doing today?
What's happening, brother?
When's the Rob tour going to make it to Sacramento, man? We got a lot of young college girls trying to make some money, a lot of chicken to get ate out here, man.
Well, it's going to happen, man. Hey, the next wave. There'll be another
Listen
wave
to
of
him
the tour.
stuttering. I told you, man, once every 7 months.
No,
don't
be
push
good,
your luck, Sean.
No. We'll be good.
We're going to have to keep it a once every 7 months. Rob sound a little tired. You sound like you're still shaking out them Cowboys from the ATL, man.
Man, it's been a crazy little trip. But all right, what you got, Sean?
I heard that, man. But hey, he got to take this deal. I think he's already being disrespectful by trying to hold out on a guy who went head to head with the commissioner on his behalf and been sticking with him through three off seasons of trouble now. So I think he has to take this deal. If I was Dallas, I wouldn't make it go higher. I want to make it go lower, stay right where you're at. Because at the end of the day, no matter how many of these luxury items, running backs, wide receivers you pick up, you still got to pay that O-line and D-line in a couple of years. So you got to save a little money for the guys that really matter.
Yeah, but Sean, here's the only problem with that. You can't play that game because when you do it, do you want him back feeling good about the organization or do you want him back disgruntled, feeling like you offered me this and I was trying to do what was in the best interest of me and my family, and now you're going to give me a lower contract? I don't think that's how you bring somebody back. That works against you. It doesn't work for you.
But he also got to look at it like this. They've been treating him like family. You know what I mean? They've treated him like a member of the family. They've gone to bat for this guy, and he's still over here asking for more.
Do you see them lowering this offer at any point?
I don't see them lowering it, but I also don't see them caving into any other demands that Zeke's going to have.
What if they lose to the Giants in Week 1?
Yes.
That's just Week 1, man. It's a 16 game race.
But it's
so
I wouldn't even sweat. It's a division game.
It's a division game, Sean. That could be the difference between winning the division and being a wild card.
Look at the NFC East every single year. It comes down to the end of the year every single year. They could end up losing the first 4 games.
That means the games are close. That means the records are close, and every game is important. Just like Jerry Jones stands to gain leverage by looking good in the first game or two, so does Zeke. So it's a game of chicken, Rob.
No, it is.
So if I'm Zeke, I'm willing to play it. And if I'm Jerry, I'm willing to play it.
And, Chris, you wouldn't be in a holdout if you weren't willing to play it.
Right.
You know what I mean? You wouldn't be here.
Yep.
If you were weak and you were just like, oh, my God, I just want the money, whatever they give me, I'm going to take. Well, then you wouldn't be in a holdout. You would be in camp.